How you doing today, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Today we gotta head up to Free Old Tire Pros to fix the alignment on the GT350. I've taken it to 2 different dealerships and a performance shop, and none of these schmucks can fix the alignment. This has really become a problem because very few places can do an alignment. I've gotten vehicle alignments in like 7 different states in 2 different countries, and they all suck. Free Old Tire Pros does the job properly. It's time to head up to Free Old Tire Pros, check in with Jody, Eddie, Pete, and company, and let's get right down to business right there on the bottom of the screen, guys. That is the information to get your alignment and tires balanced, as well as other things. They also work on trucks. They've done all kinds of work for me, and they do a fantastic job. Free Old Tire Pros in Freehold, New Jersey. Right there again, guys, is the address. Let's get to doing. Let's get a cold start on the GT350, and let's get out of here. We're back at Free Old Tire Pros, and it's time to get the alignment done. And this, I'm going to explain to you guys what Ford did wrong, and we're going to talk about what John's going to do to fix it. We're going to get a readout to see where the alignment is right now, and I'll explain to you guys exactly what's going on. That was close. As you guys can see, they are pros at getting low vehicles on the alignment rack. And some people try to cop out and they won't align your vehicle because they don't want to take the risk.
You're gonna have to ride the clutch a little bit and then bring it this way a little as you're coming up. And now back. And you still over a little bit. Back up some, get the ass end over like an inch or 2 that way. Stop. Your dam's gonna hit. So just back up, got the wheel. Back up. Straighten it out. It's fine because you're the same.
We got the car on the rack right now. We're going to see exactly where the specs are, like where the alignment is sitting. The previous Ford dealership did not adjust the alignment properly. They didn't even know where the strut top adjustments were. It was kind of a nightmare. They actually set the camber in the front on driver's side 1.1, passenger 1.3. After I'd asked them to do 1.1 on both sides, they couldn't get it. They also towed it out, negative 0.5 on the front, towed it in, 0.15 on each rear, and negative 0.7 camber driver rear, negative 0.9 camber passenger rear. The rear should have been negative 1.20 on both sides as per Ford specifications for the 2019 and 20 GT350. But we're gonna see exactly where it sits. John's gonna come over here and we're gonna get a readout. He's gonna put these sensors on the wheels, and like we've done previously in videos, I'll show you guys what it looks like. He always does a good job and protects the wheels. So if you guys want to get an alignment, this is the only place that I've ever gotten an alignment where it was done right, ever. Just like I said in all my previous videos, hit up Free Old Tire Pros. Even went as far as to remove the front guards so that I could get my car all the way forward without hitting. Free Old Tire Pros definitely goes the extra mile, guys, to take care of your car. As you guys can see here, I wouldn't be able to get my car on this rack without removing the front guards. Other shops will not do this. Here's another look, guys, at the front wheel. You can see John has tape all over the spokes of the wheel to protect them. This is a proper way to align a vehicle and to protect customers' vehicles. Anybody who's not willing to do this when giving you an alignment is not doing their job properly. So as you guys can see, John has a specific tool that protects your wheels and it grabs onto the tires and it does not dig into the wheel and the tire right here like most of these devices do. He also tapes the wheels right here so he doesn't damage them. This is a proper installation when you're doing an alignment. Free Old Tire Pros does not cut any corners whatsoever. And like I said, guys, it's much better to have this on your tire than digging in right here on your wheel. And with the fact that he's taped up the wheels right here, you guys will never have to worry about getting any scratches on your very expensive wheels. And that is a big plus when you're doing an alignment. I've actually had people scratch my wheels and my brake calipers before, and that is not good. All right, guys, here is what we got right here. This is what my alignment looks like. The dealership messed up big time. I have toe in 0.14 on the right front and 0.04 on the left. It should be negative 0.5 on either side. Way too much steer ahead and way too much total toe, and the toe is in the wrong direction. Camber in the front should be negative 1.1 on both sides, and the rear should be 1.2 on both sides. So the alignment's not good. And also the toe in the rear should be 0.15 positive. And I got 20 and 28. Not good. Thrust angle is also off. So the GT350 is up in the air. The alignment is happening right now. We're gonna show you guys exactly how good John does on this. It's gonna come out picture perfect, and I know it. Absolutely know it's gonna be great. So you can see John is behind me working his magic. I cannot wait to see the final results. They do such an amazing job. Nobody does better than Free Old Tire Pros. I'm telling you guys, if you want to get an alignment, information right there on the screen. Bring your vehicles in. They've already got like 20 or 30 people in the last year that have drove over 2 hours from watching my videos to get alignments. Believe me when I tell you guys, they are the best, and they do what no other shop will do. They specialize in tires and alignments. They have the brand new Hunter Hawkeye Elite alignment rack, which is pretty much the best you can get. And John is a wizard on the alignment rack. The absolute best. I'm telling you guys, I would not bring my vehicles anywhere else than Free Old Tire Pros. Jody's brand new Rubicon looks epic. Got to get him to jump this snowbank right here. I know he wants to. He was telling me he wants to. We definitely got to do that. Let's get some likes on this video so we can get Jody to jump the snowbank with his brand new Rubicon. To explain to you guys how an alignment works, on a rear-wheel drive car, you typically want toe in on the rear, toe out on the front. That's going to stabilize the rear so you don't burn out as much or lose traction. It's also going to stabilize your turn in into the corners. It's also going to help out with braking while you're turning into the corners. Under heavy braking and going into a turn, if you're towed out in the rear, you could lose control and spin out. You don't want that. Typically on a rear-wheel drive vehicle, you want 0.10 or 0.15 positive toe, and in the front, you usually want between 0 and negative 1.0. That's towed out. A lot of these cars from the factory are now starting to tow in. Specifically, Hellcats are towed in 0.10 in the front, whereas the GT350s are towed out 0.5. Not overly aggressive, but a very slight tow out to help with turn radius and turning in. And overall, the GT350 is set up with the negative 0.5 toe in the front, negative 1.1 camber, and negative 1.2 rear camber with 0.15 toe in. And what that does, it stabilizes the rear and gives the rear a little bit more traction when you're turning in, with more aggressive turning in the front, which helps neutralize oversteer and understeer and helps stabilize the vehicle. You guys remember Pete? Pete's still here. What's up? It's the tire expert. He's gonna be doing the tire balancing on the GT350 when I get new tires, and he's also gonna be doing some balancing on the Duramax. We're gonna show you guys how to properly balance off-road tires. Pete's the man. Give a like to this video just for Pete. Okay guys, I've been telling John for the longest time he needs to be going around the world teaching people how to do alignments properly. Look at this, he's doing the camber adjustments and the toe adjustments right now. He's got his machine back here. He doesn't have to strain to see the readouts. He doesn't have to misread them from being all the way over there on the screen. He's got everything set up professionally back here so we can do the alignments properly. This is how you align a vehicle. This is a proper alignment. I just had to point that out because I'm pretty much impressed every time I come here. I really am. Okay guys, as you can see, John is working on the front. He's got it lifted up, and that allows him to adjust the camber, and then he's gonna lower it and go ahead and start adjusting the toe. This is the critical part of the alignment. Everything's moving along beautifully. Such a great job as always. Nobody does it better than Free Old Tire. And I'll tell you guys, I didn't realize this till Jody pointed it out. On these tires, there's velvet in between the letters. I did not know that, so that's pretty cool stuff. So here we go, guys. Here is the final results from Freehold Tire. You can see right here, it is a perfect alignment, absolutely perfect. John was able to get the camber all the way around the exact same, and the toe is literally perfect. But I will explain the reason why I didn't get the 1.1 negative camber in the front like Ford calls for is because I have exceeded the max amount of adjustability for going towards the positive side. So because it's lowered on Ford Performance lowering springs, I can't quite get the front to negative 1.1, so we had to go with negative 1.2, but this is dead spec minus the negative 1.2 camber versus negative 1.1. The only thing that I actually altered was the toe right here in the front. The reason for this is because toe out is really going to loosen the front end up a little bit. Ford has it toed out, so you have slightly better turn in and braking into the corners. It's going to give you that slightly oversteer feeling going into the turns. However, when you toe in positive 0.5 or positive 1.0 like the Hellcats, it would slightly affect the ability to turn. It wouldn't be great, but it would definitely hinder it slightly. However, I didn't want that. I didn't want to really adjust it much. I wanted to stay as close to spec as possible, and I didn't want to go on the positive side. But on the highway, negative is not a good idea. It's going to wear out, the tire a little bit extra. Think of it like this. For every 1/16 of an inch on a toe setting, the tire is going to want to move in that direction 150 feet per mile. That's a lot. So what I decided to do was go with 0, because at 80 miles an hour down the highway, it's gonna, force that toe out a little bit. So it's not really gonna be 0. So it's really gonna toe out anyway. Pretty much anything over 20 or 30 miles an hour, it's gonna be moving in the negative direction anyway. It just kind of reduces the amount of negative on the highway to help reduce tire wear. So guys, I highly recommend Freehold Tire Pros for anything alignment and tire related. They even did the subframe on the Hellcat. So realistically, this is definitely the place to go if you guys need a proper alignment done. You guys need to get anything done, be sure to tell them Corey at Drive with Demon sent you up here for your alignment, your tire work, your balancing, doesn't matter. Guys, people travel an hour, 2 hours, even 3 or 4 hours for a reason. But that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in and checking out this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something how a proper alignment is done on a GT350. I did something very similar to this video with my Charger Hellcat, showing you guys how to properly align a Hellcat. So for anyone who has a GT350 or GT350R, right there on the screen is a picture of the recommended alignment specs that I'm sharing with you. It is what I totally recommend you to run, and hopefully it helps you achieve better tire wear. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are being safe out there in these strange times. We're gonna see you guys again from Freehold Tire Pros with the Duramax next time I'm here. But thanks so much for stopping in. Be safe out there, guys, and we'll see all of you on the next video. Take care, guys.